Hey everybody, and welcome to the FMCA convention out here in Tucson, Arizona. We're joined with Chris Smith. He's the CEO of FMCA, and we always like to start the week with Chris, kind of kick things off, what you should be expecting of the convention for the week. And I always like to start, Chris, with what are you most excited about for this week?
Well, this is our third time in the last 10 years or so we've been here in Arizona, and I mean, just look around at the weather. I talked to my youngest yesterday on the phone, and he showed me a picture of back in Cincinnati. That's where our headquarters is at. 32 and a little snow. So, it's always great. The weather's here. The attendance is always wonderful as well. And we have one really new thing that I'm excited that we're going to start doing. We can probably talk about that later, but we had a great event here last time, and I'm expecting the same this time.
Nice. What about the chapters? We walked through the hall yesterday in the chapter fair. There's a lot of chapters represented here at this convention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have about 250 chapters within FMCA, and there's really two things that are really important about chapters. One, it's kind of the foundation of FMCA. I mean, FMCA was built around the structure of chapters, and with that is the social aspect of FMCA as well. Yep. We have chapters for interest groups, for RV types, really anything you can think of. We have a chapter for it, and we encourage people that if we don't have one, start it. Very easy. It's a painless process. The little paperwork needs to be filed, have enough members, you can start a chapter. So you can start the Beyond the Wheel podcast chapter if you want to.
Really?
Wink, wink.
Didn't know that.
So that's kind of number one. It's kind of, FMCA is built around that social aspect, and chapters kind of really embody that. And number two, we have a governance structure that's also built around chapters. So we have a governing board that meets once per year, and that governing board's comprised of national directors from chapters.
Oh, okay.
And you and I, we've talked before, that's where all the big decisions are made, are by those chapter representatives. So very, very important aspect of FMCA.
Okay. So by being part of the chapters, you get a little bit of a say, I guess, of what goes on with the FMCA organization.
Absolutely. Yeah, so they have national directors that represent the chapters. The chapters meet. They kind of have the agenda ahead of time, all the things to be voted upon. They discuss it. They, kind of tell their national director how they want them to vote, send them on, and so it's kind of a unique, setup, especially, in the RV club industry where this truly is member run and member owned, and all those decisions are made by members.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's great too, the chapters, as we were walking through and we see them, this event is perfect for them to come together, meet in person, hang out, and really fuel their passion. I feel like, this is somewhere that they can really take what they are passionate about and really explore it and make it grow and really just enjoy the camaraderie. That's a tough word for me to say. And what better place than here where, like you said, with the weather being, no chance of snow today.
Right, yeah, thankfully, yeah. No, that's that. I see it like on our Facebook page. We have a Tucson Facebook page, and I've seen, like the American Coach chapter. We actually had a tri-chapter rally before the event where multiple chapters came on site before to kind of have a pre-rally. And so, the groups do get together at these events, and they have potlucks and whatever gatherings they want to have. So yeah, you see a lot of those chapters gathering at our events, and they throughout the year they have chapter rallies as well. So they kind of have smaller little local events, but they also support us here on the national level as well.
What I like about coming here, this is my fourth FMCA convention, and like you were just saying, you have your groups, like even the Tiffin group or whatever that get together. So you have some, I guess, people that have some co-interests, but you also have a bunch of other people here where you can kind of explore other aspects of RVing and other areas of interest, so you're not always stuck with the Tiffins or the whatever you have. You know, there's lots of other people here to explore and kind of learn more with as well.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we have a chapter for just about everything. So no matter what you own, what your interests are, we have a group that you can belong to. And like you said, it's not just about chapters. I mean, we see it all the time on Facebook or just in our surveys where, you know, people just meet each other and they become friends, and then they plan out events where they can make it, and they come in as caravans, which we see that a lot, where groups that aren't even chapters, they'll come in together and they want to park next to each other and, you know, and hang out for the week. Yeah, it's not just, you don't have to belong to a chapter to enjoy the social aspect. You can just show up and we've discussed this before, someone's going to give you a friendly greeting and strike up a conversation with you. So yeah, it's the perfect place to just get with other RVers and enjoy the social aspect of it.
Yeah, I had a guy yesterday, I was walking over to meet Kenny, and we were walking out, and I didn't have my badge with me, and we were coming close to the grounds, and some guy was working on his RV, and he was like, "Hey, I see you don't have your name badge. Make sure you have that, because the security is going to stop you." So people aren't afraid to talk to you at these events, for sure.
It's everywhere. Everywhere you're at an FMCA event.
Yeah.
You don't. It's rare you're going to see an unfriendly face. So they'll talk to you one way or another. They'll find a way or a reason to talk to you.
And I always say that I have more friends now since RVing and being in motion. You wouldn't think, because you're always moving, you wouldn't have time to make friends. But I have more friends now since RVing than when I had like a home-based type of situation. And it's because of events like the FMCA convention, where you're meeting people like-minded, you have a lot of similar interests, and you just make an instant click. So, you know, we're here for a week, but it's plenty of time to really get to know that person, exchange your information, and keep in touch with throughout the year, and then come back the following year, meet up with them again, and it's like you never missed a beat type of thing. It's a great community.
Yeah. No, that's what FMCA is founded upon. I mean, when we started 60 years ago, it was 11 families getting together to watch an eclipse. And then from that, just wanting to be together, wanting to socialize, you know, just happen to own RVs as well, and part of that gathering, it's turned into what we see today. I mean, it's the same thing 60 years later.
Yeah.
People getting together, common interest of RVing, and we don't leave a dull moment, I don't think, in that.
No.
We give you guys plenty of stuff to do while you're on site, and it's all based upon being social.
Yeah, I have to say, here at the FMCA conventions, you guys probably have the best night entertainment out of any RVing event I've been to. So we had a good time in Perry, actually. The dueling pianos were there, several other things. Yeah, it was really, really a lot of good entertainment.
And I know tonight you have a stand-up comic that I'm going to go see. I want to check him out at 7 p.m. tonight. You got a mariachi band playing this week. Yeah, so that's a good point that you said too. I mean, there is not a dull moment if you want it to be that way, but you can also sit back and relax and just enjoy the vendor hall, do a stroll, do the Magic Mile. You also got pickleball this year, so there's activities for everybody, and you can do as much as you want or as little as you like.
Yeah, we try to we try to keep the entertainment going all day, all night. Like you said, we have the exhibit halls, more seminars than you can attend.
Yep.
So if there's any topic you want to learn about, we have a seminar for it. Unfortunately this year we don't have RV Basics, which normally we do have.
Okay.
But that will be back next year. And we're working on enhancing that by having RV Basics 2, we're hoping.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So it's kind of, it's RV Basics 1 is kind of a crash course, kind of an overview of all the components of your RV and kind of how to navigate that. But RV Basics 2 is going to be more detailed. It's going to kind of dive further in. Really, it's serving as someone who really wants to try to service their own RV.
Oh,
We're going to try to almost make them a certified technician.
That's great.
I mean, we really want to deep dive, and there's an appetite for it. So that's kind of part of why we didn't do it this year. Is we wanted the people that do the instruction for RV Basics to have time to really develop the advanced course. So
okay.
And my hope is we're still going to offer both of them as well. So we're trying to work out the logistics of that, but if nothing else, we'll have 2.
That's great.
Next year.
You're also making some exciting announcements for member benefits while you're here this week as well. I don't know if it's too early to talk about any of that or if you can share it.
Well, one of the big things we're doing different this year is, and we talked about it last time I was on your podcast, is we've introduced, and we actually soft launched it. We got the programming done to soft launch Pathfinder. So that allows anyone interested in RVing who may not own an RV to join FMCA. We have 60 years of education we can provide people. We do have benefits relevant to them. We will actually be launching a roadside auto-only policy for Pathfinders, because obviously they probably don't want to pay for roadside, that covers their an RV and their car. So the price is really nice. But yeah, the Pathfinder's the big thing, and one of the things we're doing is we've really made a big push on public gate. And what we've done is we have set up 3 intro to RVing seminars specific to Pathfinder. So, because we found that a lot of people that come through public gate, I would say it's probably half and half, and it may be even more non-owners than RV owners that come through just to kind of look around, right? Just they have an interest, they want to they want to tour an RV, or they want to, look through the hall and kind of get an idea of what the lifestyle's about. And we've really made a push to get those people through the public gate this year, because we want them to attend this seminar. And hopefully we kind of give them a good intro, good experience here, and then we can bring them in as a Pathfinder and continue that education to help them kind of navigate that decision. And then ultimately we'd love to have them as a family member once they do purchase an RV. So that's the big thing here that we're rolling out, is that Pathfinder. Now, we haven't announced it to the world yet. This is kind of our beta test to kind of to get some people on board and make sure everything works okay before we launch it to the world. But really excited about that. I mean, we soft launched it, just put it on our website, and we had like 6 or 7 people join. I mean, we didn't say anything,
without
so I guess. Well, I mean, I think that tells me that people are interested, and they go on our website and they go to the join page, and before it said you had to own an RV, so a lot of people probably would back out. But now there's an option to pick, I don't own an RV, and there's still a path for them to join. So I was surprised by that when I saw it, but I think it does say that there is an interest in people joining a club even though they don't own.
Definitely.
And we're finally able to fill that void.
Yeah, there's so much to learn about RVing. I feel like between the rig itself, how to travel, where to go, how to set up, that I think this program is going to be just such a time saver for anybody that's looking into this lifestyle, that it will be kind of a one-stop shop, that they'll be able to learn everything they need to know before their purchase of their first RV. They're going to have such a leg up on somebody that just kind of buys their RV, not really doing their research, and they might be in for a rude awakening.
Well, we saw that a lot with COVID. We saw a lot of people who, okay, well, I don't want to fly, I don't want to stay in a hotel. Hey, there's this thing called an RV. And a lot of people left a year or two later with maybe a bad taste in their mouth because they really didn't do their research. And it's a complicated hobby. It's not something you can just, it's not like buying a car, right? I mean, it takes a little research to get there. And I think a lot of people didn't do that. And I think the other problem is you can Google anything, right? I mean, you can look up a topic, but we want to be that one trusted resource where if you have a question about the RV lifestyle, we want to be that place you can go and know that it's vetted information from 60 years of experience in the RV industry. So that's our goal, and I think there was a real void there with really giving people education, and we're trying to fill that.
And also, it's not a cheap hobby. You got to make a pretty big investment when you get into it, and you don't want to make the wrong choices. So having the correct information as you get into it to make that right decision is a big benefit and could save you potentially thousands of dollars and upfront costs.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a cheap hobby. I talk to plenty of members and they say, "Oh, I had this problem that cost me X amount of money," and my jaw just drops. Like, wow. Yeah. So it's not a cheap hobby, and yeah, you don't want to make a mistake because, again, it's not like buying a car.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive, and you want to make sure that you have the RV that suits your needs, and I think people don't realize it does take a lot of research to make sure, because there's so many options out there, and again, we're trying to just be that resource for people so they're well informed when they decide.
And in the long run, you're going to save them money because they are going to have that information. They'll be able to make a smarter purchase when they are ready to go out and start.
Yeah. Well, the other nice thing too is it's not just the education. I mean, Pathfinder members can take advantage of all of our benefits. So assist, they're covered as a Pathfinder. So even if you don't own an RV, if you travel, that's a really valuable benefit for anybody. I mean, really the only difference for Pathfinder is you don't get the member plate because you don't have an F number, and you get a digital edition of the magazine instead of print.
Okay.
Aside from that, you can take advantage of any benefit, Tech Connect, anything. I mean,
and start meeting people.
Yeah, you can come to the events.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to park on site to attend, right? I mean, we sell daily passports. You can stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
You can stay in a campground locally, and you can just come in every day on a passport, and that gives you access to everything. A day pass gives you access to the exhibit hall and to the outdoor exhibits. You can't go to seminars on a day pass, but if you have a daily passport, a little more expensive, then you can attend anything, evening entertainment, seminars. So, yeah, I mean, it's a perfect opportunity as well to actually come on site in person and educate yourself, even if you don't own an RV now. Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say, too, another great benefit, and it's powering this all week, is the new T-Mobile data plan. Really enjoying that. It's working great so far for me.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good feedback so far. We launched that back about mid-January, and we've seen some really great results so far on signups. I mean, it helps that we had Sprint, and then Sprint turned into T-Mobile before. So we've had this offering before, so our members were already pretty familiar with how good the plans are and how good the devices are. So, it's been a great addition, plus the phone plans we added as well. Yep. I think that's going to that'll take a little more time because it's a little tougher to, if you have a contract on the phone side or if you have a device you're paying for, it's a little harder maybe to switch that over, but we're seeing good numbers there as well. So it's been just another great benefit we've added on. Yeah.
And for anybody listening that's in the Tucson area right now that maybe isn't here at the show, if they wanted to attend today or tomorrow or whatever, they can just come to the gate and purchase a ticket, or do they need to purchase online and then?
No, they can come through the gate.
Okay. Pay
credit card, cash. You can buy the daily pass or the passport, either one. Yeah, you can just come up to the gate and buy it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then once they're here, they like what they see, they can join the Pathfinder if they don't have an RV. If they do have an RV, then they can join the full membership.
Yep, we have a membership booth here in the exhibit hall, and they can sign up for either.
Okay.
Yep.
And then for anybody that was maybe planning on attending this one, couldn't make it, when is the next big event, and how soon will they be able to register for it?
Yeah, so our next event, so this is what we call our winter event, and then we also have a summer event, which will be in Redmond, Oregon this year. Okay. And that's August 14th through 17th. And we open up registration for that on April 3rd. Nice. So very shortly after we're done here.
Okay.
Go back home, catch our breath, and start the process all over again. Yeah. And we haven't been in Redmond for 10 years, so I'm pretty excited about that. That was the second event I had been to. And it's kind of a unique area around there. It's high desert in Oregon, which I wasn't familiar with the area when I went 10 years ago, so it was kind of surprising to me, but it's a great area. There's a lot of stuff to do around there. If you like Bend, Oregon's right down the road.
Yeah.
They have a lot of breweries and entertainment and a lot of stuff to do there. And I've heard, too, that Redmond has really changed a lot in the 10 years. They've really built up their infrastructure, and there's a lot more there than last time. And the grounds are great. I mean, the people that designed the Perry grounds that we go to, they kind of built Redmond kind of after the Perry design. So it's a really nice area. And we haven't been up in the Northwest since 2014. So I think there'll be some demand for our members to attend, and should be a good show.
And again, good weather in Redmond, Oregon at that time of year. They don't get very hot. I wouldn't say like maybe 72, 73 or something like that.
I actually, when we were up there, there's a golf course right next to the grounds. So it was nice. You get done with your day, go home and change, go right back over, and you can get 9 holes in.
Yeah,
and
nice.
it's perfect weather. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like the weather is right now,
similar.
just not very humid, just beautiful. Yeah.
It's a nice area.
That's another great thing about this location, and I'm glad you guys come back here frequently, because if you want to get away from the excitement for a while, there's Saguaro National Park is at the same exit as we get off to come here. It's just on the opposite side, and plenty of over 100 miles of bike path here. There's a lot of outdoor stuff that you can you don't have to feel like you're confined to the grounds. You can go out and enjoy the outdoors quite a bit around here, and probably the same in Oregon as well.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do in Oregon. Actually, one of our board members a couple days ago said they took a little trip, and I guess it's probably an hour or so away to Tombstone. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and that's what we try to point out. Again, it's not just coming to the event. We try to put like magazine articles out that show along the way, here's what you can do if you come stay with us for a week. Here's the things you can do before and after to kind of make it a real trip.
Yeah.
Instead of just coming here and going back home. So we try to put that together to give members a lay of the land and let them know what's around.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all of our questions for right now anyway. Is there anything that you wanted to add before we let you go? I know coming on next is FMCA Assist, and we're going to find out about all their benefits. It's a great benefit of being a member, and it's completely included in the membership. But other anything else that we might have missed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Again, I think the big thing for us here is the Pathfinder, and I'm really excited. Because with the Pathfinder, I was amazed by this stat that I saw that there's 22 million people who intend to own an RV in the next 5 years.
That's a big number.
And that's double the current number of owners. So, there are a lot of people interested in this lifestyle, and obviously it's in our best interest to get them well educated, so not only do they make the decision, but they stick around. We talked about before, there's plenty of things that can get you in, but then can quickly get you out as well, and we want to get those people to stick and stay in it. So I'm just so excited about Pathfinder. I think it's going to be great for us and for potential members as well. So that's the big thing here that I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into, making sure it goes off well.
My wife and I used to do seminars at RV shows for a few years, and in our seminars, I would say probably more than half of the people that came to our seminars were people that were non-owners yet just looking for information. So there's definitely a gap that needs to be filled in educating those people that have an interest but just need to learn more about it. So I'm glad you guys are kind of taking the lead in doing this and giving people the opportunity to not only get educational material, but at the same time be around people that have done it, some for decades, and are able to also help them along.
Yeah, it's not just, like you said, it's not just the education we can provide on the national level.
Yeah,
it's you have a wealth of knowledge of people in doing this a long time.
Yeah,
we've joked a few times now that our members are more than happy to help someone.
Yeah.
I told the story before when my brother bought a Winnebago, and he really didn't know anything. about it. He kind of he doesn't like flying, so he wanted to do something different to travel. He has 3 kids and a family, and I told him the best. He's in Cincinnati as well, and we have a campground, a member-only campground in Cincinnati that members can stay at a very reasonable rate. And I told him, I said, if you want your education, go park down at the campground for 2 days, get out and look confused. And someone's going to come up and someone's going to help you get all of your questions answered. And that's what he did. I mean, that truly is where he got the bulk of his education.
It's a fact.
Was our members just willing to give a helping hand.
It really works that way.
That's what we're all about. It really is a family of RV owners here. So,
Well, thanks for taking the time, Chris. We really appreciate it. We know you got a busy schedule here at the event. And for anybody listening, come on over to Tucson to the Pima County Fairgrounds and check it out. And we'll be back in hopefully just a few minutes with the FMCA Assist so we can learn more about that benefit. In the meantime, if you're hanging around waiting, go ahead and check out Battleborn Batteries and Echo One Adventures and see what kind of stuff they can offer you as well. We'll be back soon, everybody.